Alrighty, hello again out there. Sorry it's been a little bit. We are currently on part 103, and we're going to do a little bit of base building, finally. As in not building those houses and whatnot, but I want to actually decorate my main base for once, so let's go ahead and have fun doing that. But last time we finished up the basic ribbing of the mountains on the inside. So we've got all these kind of ribs done all the way around. So now all I have to do is just put in dirt in the back, and then I've been researching dirt to like stone gradients. So that ought to be pretty good. Should be doable. And yeah. So all we really got to do is just start filling in the backs with all the dirt, and then yeah, that'll be cool. Also, hey Bean, welcome. Yeah, last time we got the Guardian farm set up all the way in the back, so now I actually have an XP farm. And probably won't die again. That would be cool. I imagine being sleepy go teaser couldn't be me. I'm a little sleepy myself, to be honest. I just had a big lunch again, but uh, yeah, I got that. Shoot, what is it called? Guardian farm. I literally just said it and almost forgot, but we finally got that Guardian farm all done. It almost killed me, but you know, it would have killed me. 12:30. You know, that's fair, honestly. I can respect it. But I finally got that Guardian farm all done and dusted. So now I can actually go fix up my tools, and we can use Prismarine. Those are my pants. I want those. And yeah, I imagine working in a slime farm. I gotta probably redo mine later. I want to redo all my older farms at some point, but that would be cool. Here we go. But yeah, this is our Guardian farm, real quick, just to flex it. Just because I do have it. But you get a ton of XP from this stuff really quickly, so just to show off how it works really quick. Nothing too hard, but basically Guardians can only spawn down there, pretty much in that little corner of the temple. They all like puff up into... I forgot they might hurt over here. Okay, I'm glad I caught that. But oops. Also, hey, welcome. Alright. Aurora? I'm gonna call you Aurora. I know that's probably not correct, but yeah, sorry about the Guardians being loud. We're gonna turn mob sounds off just for a little bit for what it's worth, but luckily we all know what's hostile up here. But yeah, they're a little loud. Yeah, they're a little loud, so they're just staying off for the moment, but there we go. Isn't that lovely? Now no one loses their hearing. Including me. I don't want to lose my hearing either, so sorry about that. I kind of forgot, to be honest. But yeah, it's a Guardian farm. It works pretty well, and you get a ton of Guardians, so pretty good. Get a ton of different Prismarine and Prismatic shards, and you know, I don't know how there were salmon up in here, but okay, sure. Meru moment, hello French boy. But yeah, I should put a crafting table in like here or somewhere back here. But yeah, good source of XP. Can get all my tools fixed up almost instantly. Don't have nothing to worry about. And the actual farm is all down there where those nether portals and scaffolding are. And they can only spawn pretty much like in the soul sand. So none of the from this height, the rest of the ocean monument isn't really loaded enough for like guardians to spawn. So they, you don't have to drain the whole monument or nothing. So it's really cool. Oh, this is the easiest farm. This is the easiest guardian farm that I've ever seen, like by far and away. Yeah, this is let me see here. I should still have the link saved because I built this last time, but the farm by Ian Axifor, if you're ever interested in building this stuff. A lot of the farms I use are the ones that he has tutorials on because they're pretty simple compared to other ones. Eventually, I will be doing like proper, like full, like high efficiency farms where like we drain out a whole monument or like destroy like an entire nether fortress for a better wither skeleton farm. But yeah, the whole point of this farm here by Ian Axifer that we've gone ahead and built is you don't have to drain the thing at all. It's much easier to make compared to traditional guardian farms because you don't have to drain it. And then they don't take any kind of entity cramming damage because of the ladders, but it's really good. pretty damn cheap. You just need a little bit of oh, we got some pufferfish actually. That's kind of good. I guess some of it finds a way to get into here because it does actually come up from the ocean floor technically. I'm only gonna swing at him one more time, and then I gotta get the rest of this XP. Then we'll go because I don't want to be here 24/7 just getting all this stuff. No, I do not use texture packs or shaders. I don't even use Optifine. Like, realistically, I should at least use Optifine, but I just kind of don't. I like just playing like in just vanilla, and then, you know, I don't have to wait for any of the new updates and anything like that, which, no, I'm probably going to change at some point, but at the same time, I'm not too interested in it. My base doesn't lag too bad for right now, but the moment it gets consistently below 30 FPS is when I probably would have to switch over to Optifine and maybe use some better shaders or any shaders at all that help to kind of increase performance, but that's fair. I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, that means I'd actually have to go out of the way to get it set up, which, you know, I could, but I just don't have an interest in it for right now. But where's that dirt that I have? All tucked away in a weird spot, isn't it? Yep, alrighty. Today is finally the day I actually work on having a house to live in that I kind of, you know, have been wanting for like months now at this point. I've been living here for like more than a couple months, and, you know, I haven't literally done any. This was all supposed to be temporary stone, and it ended up becoming more permanent than I would have liked. But yeah, we got some, you know, iron farm, shulker farm. F3 that is chunk borders. We want hitboxes. Do we have a minecart? I don't think I do. I think it despawned. I'll have to go check on that in the morning. But yeah, I'm building a mountain range right now, which is why everything's so chaotic evil. But yeah. Oh well, like in terms of making a hardcore world or making a survival world you want to stick with, the big thing is to just set yourself up like with a really big goal that like you might not ever do, but because it's always so big and looming, you know, I'll always give you something to work for. You know what I mean? I'll say, hey, welcome, Blue. It's been a while, but yeah, it's good to set yourself up with like a massive goal. Like mine is this thing over here. This is a 1:8 map, so one pixel on here is 8 blocks. You can see my base where I live with the mountain range that I've been trying to work on. That ominously, like, you know, same color of grass is actually wheat. That's an entire wheat field. Oh, I have to actually update this. I carved out an entire river up here. I should probably go update this. I haven't done that in a while. I think a little bit has changed. Yeah, so enough of the mountain range has changed to not only update my base, but to kind of get some of this fixed up a little bit. But we got all the basic like framework done, so all I need to do is just put in dirt like everywhere to like connect up all the layers, and then we will be like texturing and detailing it and all that stuff and adding more shapes, but for now things are just kind of a little bit awkward, but they will get better. We dug out an artificial river there to connect back up to this ocean. Just because, you know, here's the wheat field that I made some time ago for packed mud. I have not used packed mud yet, even though I literally could. I just have not had a need to do it yet, so I haven't harvested anything. So I really should get on that, but, you know, that's not my problem right now. I don't need to worry about that. F3B. We do not have a minecart in place, so our shulker farm has not been operational for like 20,000 years. That's no good. There we go. I'll let that go. Yeah, a lot of these are really small. I just want these to be like pretty condensed and just, you know, I don't have to worry about it too much. But yeah, I guess like I was saying, because I almost forgot, oh, it's only a little bit. And that's not the main thing. That's for if like any of the fishing chamber die. That's where we, you know, get those drops, but that's not the actual, like, my game lagged pretty hard there. And again, it really does not like me using Elytra, but we got a couple of shulker shells, that's good. Yeah, like I was saying, if you want to make like a really like kind of long lasting world like this, because we're on day 1024 right now, so it's been going for a while. I've got pretty much every single farm I could ever want, except for like a couple of things, mainly a gold farm, a bartering farm, and I think that's it technically. I think there's a couple of other farms I could build, but I just don't want to for the moment. But yeah, let's go put away these shulker shells away, just add more to the pile, but you know. There we go. Only a little bit extra. And I guess I should probably go get digging, right? Why not? Seems like it's about time to go do that. So, do we have any good spares? Yes, we do, because I want to try and store a bunch of this. And basically, all I'm gonna do is see if I can dig out some more stuff to, base in, because I need more space. Well, I want more space. These guys are in jail until 1.19.1, like 3 days. Oh yeah, and that's where I come for the dripstone. I gotta remove that at some point. But I need to redo all of this because this has been here for like hundreds of days. But yeah, I won't be homeless, soon enough. Well, technically, I was never homeless for that long, but I mean, there's literally a fucking house right here. I could literally just move into that if I wanted to, but it's not exactly for me, so I need to kind of redesign some of this stuff at some point. I mean, making the walls better and things like that, and also like more space, like a lot more space that I want to have. We've got the meth room down here, it's pretty cool. I need to actually use this at some point, but I don't exactly have one per se. It's kind of changed out a lot, but at the very start, I was trying to, like, when I was terraforming this stuff, it's very like cubic and rigid, and I'm very aware of that, but that was kind of the point with something like this to it, have it be like a lot more of a cooler, like geometric and artificial shape for this kind of stuff. And then as I start to get better at terraforming, I'm starting to like that hill, for example, a lot more natural. It's very not natural on this side because of how many like flat bits there are, but from different angles, it actually is like, an actual fair hill. But I'm trying to basically build like a whole city up in this area, which is why we've got what we've got. I basically have to have this hill be up a couple of blocks so that way villagers can't jump into here. I'm gonna actually tear these down, but I was in the process of building some houses and I got tired of it because it's been like weeks. But yeah, I don't really have a specific building style that I'm really like dead set on right now. I like using spruce wood a lot, in case you couldn't tell. That's pretty cool. I got some stuff up here I have marked out where I need to build some like little shacks and whatnot for villagers. I stole some frogs. I need a turtle egg later for some other stuff, but it's not really a style more than it is kind of like a thing. Like that mountain, for example, that was like completely handmade, like from the ground up. That was handmade. I'm pretty happy with it, but we gotta work on it. But it's solid. These need to go. I wanted these for like a bunch of like housing in a small area, but they just aren't going to be easy to texture at all. So they're just going to go at some point. I'll probably replace them with like, I guess something a little bit more medieval or something like that. At a lighthouse that was useful, but now that there's pretty much no beach anymore, it's kind of might have to go too. A little weird, but that's fair. I might have to adopt something like that too, using a bit more of the like kind of medieval housing stuff. But that means I'd have to learn how to build in that kind of style, and I'm still learning how to build better. I'm getting better at it every day, but it still takes some time, and no beaches. Barry, did you not see what's over here? I hate to tell you this, but imagine trying to pull a no bitches joke, yet it still doesn't work. I mean, come on. See, I spent the first like probably about 10 days stuck in a mesa, and then stuck in a desert, and then after probably about 30 to 40 days, I settled on this spot. Which, fun fact about this area, this whole thing used to be completely podzol because we're in a, what was it, an old growth pine taiga? Yeah. So we're in an old growth pine taiga, which is like instead of grass, it's all podzol, and you had to remove that by hand. So I had to remove all of it by hand, turn it all in the grass, and then you can still see a couple remnants of like when I was trying to do that kind of like cubic terraforming, which I'll probably like redo to be a bit more like natural in shape and whatnot. But I liked it for what it was. Like something like this, for example, looks pretty at the very least, at least to me. But I'll probably change it around at some point a bit more. But anyways, we're not here for this right now. I have stuff I need to go build. In fact, we could actually expand out into here because everything past there is villager stuff, but this whole kind of like inside part, there's no feasible way for villagers to get over into here. because they're all like sectioned off with like fence gates and fences and all that kind of stuff. So realistically, pretty much all of this inside of here is my area too. So I'm probably gonna do some stuff down underground a lot more. Maybe we'll have some stuff up in here, but I want to make an absolutely massive underground base at some point because I think it'd be pretty cool. Plus, I've always liked living in cave bases anyways, so that's fair. I mean, I'm still learning how to do all that stuff, but you got to start somewhere, you know. Hey, it's good you are starting. Oh, and I guess before we get started, because I'm not trying to get distracted here, because there's stuff I actually want to do today, but I am working on a very big project that I've been working on since February. I've kind of stopped it since like April, so it hasn't been going on for a while, but this is one of the big reasons why I don't get bored with this world too much. But I don't think you have shown me that UFO build yet, Bean, but you might have to if you want it later. But this was the very big project that I'm working on since February. And it's kind of going to be my end goal for this world. Big sphere, very big sphere, 256 blocks diameter. It takes 170,000 blocks and a little bit of change to like build. And then, you know, I'm going to cram like an entire city into this damn thing. You know, just because, you know, for the vine, you know how it is. But yeah, all of it's packed with terracotta. This is how much we've already used, like 20 shulker boxes worth. All glass for the top half. And we're gonna build a fully like fleshed out and fully detailed city in this entire thing, going all the way up to build height. And that's kind of the main reason why I'm not really getting bored with this world, because I'm always having, if I don't ever have something to do one day, I can go out exploring, and if I explored everything, then I can just go work on the sphere, because you know there's so much stuff I can do in there alone. And then I'm building this whole like mountain range from scratch, so you know, can't exactly get bored that easy here. I've had I used to play like Minecraft back on like the Wii U and all that stuff in like 2015 and whatnot. Never had an Xbox 360 before, but it was fun for what it's worth. Console edition was pretty good. Miss it sometimes though, not too much though. It's fine for what it is. Ooh, UFO actually looking pretty good though. That is a lot of frog lights. Oh, you might want to try mixing in some kind of like stained glass too, because that actually could be cool. So it's your decision, obviously, but either way, it still looks pretty solid with the frog lights just by themselves at least being. So hey, nice job. We're gonna get started with some digging, I guess. The question is what to dig, and do I need to section anything off down here? Because I'm pretty sure I do. And I might have to dismantle the honey farm because have not been able to use this thing in a while because I don't have good storage for it. That won't work because there's not even an item filter, because I need to get that installed as well. Oh yeah, it was good to be able to like tag people with specific stuff, but there's a cobblestone farm here I gotta get rid of. Oh yeah, there's the moss farm that I used once, and then I haven't had to touch it since because I don't actually need moss. In fact, do I even have a lot still? Yeah, I got a little bit. Alrighty. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, cool. We can leave it at that. Trying to think, so I want to figure out where I should try and dig this stuff out. I think maybe this direction and out this direction a bit more would be my best bet. Kind of. I have like a dedicated spot where I do like grow a lot of bamboo, but it's like a completely manual farm because I don't need it a whole lot, you know. You get so much of it just by letting it grow out. I don't ever need too much. Because I already own like a lot of scaffolding, and then I get probably about like 6 to 12 stacks of bamboo every harvest, so it's right up there over the sheep pen. I need to farm more animals sometimes and move these sheep, but yeah, just a simple little bamboo farm. We got a gunpowder and string farm in the back there, but that's not functional right now. Well, it technically is, but I need to have it off while I'm working on all this stuff because, you know, I don't want like 18 billion creepers coming after me. I do have like a slime farm as well, and like I've got pretty much every single farm you can think of. I've even got like a frog light farm, for example, but pretty much every single farm in the game I've got to some extent, which is very good. Not a couple of things like cobblestone farms because I don't want to use like TNT dupers, but pretty good. Oh, just a basic slime farm. All you do is just find a slime chunk, and then they get lured by an iron golem, and then they die on those soul campfires. But it's really simple. Oh yeah, so there's a couple of different ways to find slime chunks. So fun fact about this world, normally I do use a third-party application called Chunkbase, where like basically you get your world seed, and this works for Bedrock Edition 2 as well. You get your world seed, you plug it into Chunkbase, and it'll tell you like all different kinds of things about your world that you might have a hard time finding otherwise. So like you can find out where every single slime chunk in the world is, pillager outpost, stronghold, end city in the end, and all that stuff, and all the different bastions in the nether. Like pretty much anything you want to know about the world, including like biomes, obviously. You just take your seed, put in the chunk base, and it's a lot easier. I chose not to do that this time around, and one of the hardest parts was getting a hold of like a slime chunk, so I had to do it the older fashioned way where like you basically just dig out a massive amount of stuff underground, and then you see like where the slimes spawn, and then you start sectioning them off into these kind of like 16 by 16 like squares. So like if something spawned like in this one for example, they wouldn't be able to contaminate this chunk or this chunk or the other chunk. If they were in here, I would know that they spawned in here because there's no other way for them to get in or out. So if we hit F3G, you can kind of see like how the border is. This is where the actual slime farm is, but you get the idea. I pretty much partitioned out like every single chunk in this area. And so statistically, if you do this with about like what did they say? I think 36 chunks or so. There's like a 99 point something percent chance that at least one of those chunks would be a slime chunk if you did this to like 36 other chunks. But all you do is just go down like pretty low in the world. I just chose like Y16 because I don't really care. It just has to be below like Y40 at the very least, but I would go down like pretty low as you can. And then you just dig a big flat empty space that's at least 3 to 4 blocks tall, and then you kind of like separate them with like walls or blocks or whatever, and then you just kind of go do other stuff. And at some point when you come back, there might be a slime or two, and then you know which one is a slime chunk. And then once you know where your slime chunk is, you can make a slime farm. Like this, for example. So this isn't even all the slime I actually own. I probably have about another like entire like 9 stacks of slime condensed into slime blocks for other stuff. But yeah, chunk base is really good. But like I said, I don't want to use it this time around because I've done it with every other world I've ever played on. So in a nice change of pace, not even knowing what my seed is, but definitely would have helped sometimes. Like in the end, trying to find my first elytra, that sucked without chunk base, but. That's a fun challenge for what it's worth. Kind of goes back to old school, but it's not too terrible. Yeah, I got really... Okay, I might need to empty this out every now and then. I built this cactus farm in case I ever needed a cactus green. I've never needed cactus green ever since. So, oops. But, yeah, I've got a pretty fair PC. I know you can see all the specs over here, but... I was lucky I got mine in like about August of 2020 because I bought all my parts off of Amazon, and that was before like GPU prices started to inflate like way too hard. So I was able to get a pretty reasonable one for like a very reasonable price instead of it being like I think the same GPU nowadays was about like $300, and I got it for like 180 off of Amazon. Back during that time. Luckily it's all glowstone. What does it matter? This is another thing too. Oh wait, no, I have like 18,000 more sponges now. I could do this whenever I want. Hang on. Where did I put it? Let's see here. I should have a couple extra sponges. Yeah, there we go. So I've found 3 sponge rooms and 1 ocean temple, and then 1 sponge room and another temple, and I've got nearly 2 stacks of sponges nowadays. So very lucky to have these because it makes draining water like this like significantly easier. You just kind of go around a little bit and just get what you can. I know this definitely isn't the most efficient way, but it's how I'm doing it right now, so. Here we go. Ah, dang. Yeah, if you wanted to get rid of a virus like that, you'd either have to take it into a shop or just, you know, completely reset your PC at that point, which that's unfortunate, but I've been very careful personally about making sure not to do anything like that anymore, because I used to have a bad habit of doing that when I was a kid, and then, you know, lost a couple of family computers doing that, so, and now that I can't exactly get another one, it's, you know, really important I don't mess it up. But I'm getting better at that stuff too. Let's see here, we should have everything, probably. Oh, this would be a great place to clear out actually as well. Here we go. And we'll light this up a little bit as well. But this just makes my life easier, so I don't have to worry about water breaking every single light source that I own. Peer pressure. Imagine. I haven't exactly been in school for a while. Like, I'm in college, but I haven't been in an actual, like, public school, like high school or something like that in years, so I haven't exactly had to deal with that before. Usually, even if I did, I just would probably tell them to fuck off at that point and just leave it at that, because, you know, not have a lot of respect for a lot of people, so, you know, whatever makes it easiest. But we should have everything cleared out here. I believe this was the first, well, okay, it was the first until I fucked with it. Oh no, this is my, I need to get rid of this too, but this is my water elevator that I use. I'm gonna have to get rid of that at some point. It needs to be kind of decommissioned because I'm gonna replace it with a, just an old-fashioned, like, minecart elevator. Like, you just have a minecart on some ladders every couple of blocks, and then you just spam your right click, and then, you know, you're up. I need to get rid of that. That's fair. Well, I can't relate to it too much on account of not being in high school in about, Jesus, it's been like 4 years or something, so can't help you out too much with that, but at least you know what happens, so you know how to avoid it for next time, but that's about the best advice I can give, you know? But anywho, let's probably try and clear out some more of this stuff, so I can put away these sponges for right now. I'll dry the other ones out in the nether later, and we'll just take a couple of spare shulker boxes, slap them down. And I'm gonna try and save all the stuff I mine, because I need more resources all the time. Fair enough. Oh hey, there's always somebody who knows what they're doing too, in terms of, like, you know, somebody you could go to, like, get all that stuff fixed or, like, taken care of, so when it costs money for what it's worth, but or you could always just, like, fully reset the PC if you don't have anything too important on there. Oh, excuse me. Imagine being excited for high school. Well, spoiler alert, it's not too fun. It gets better after high school, like, by far and away, but I have to struggle just getting out of high school, so it can be good, but usually it's not exactly the best because things get a lot more stressful, and then, you know, puberty's a thing for everybody, and then people just become assholes in high school. They already were in middle school, but then it gets worse in high school, so it can get very sketchy sometimes. I ended up getting kind of kicked out of high school in 10th grade, but, you know, that was a while ago now. I'm a big boy or something, and now I'm like 19, so I don't gotta worry about a whole lot of stuff like that anymore. We got some dirt I can steal. I need a lot of dirt. Seems like we got another slime chunk, actually, way closer to here than I thought. That would have been cool to find earlier, too. Who knows, but oh well. I couldn't even remember, honestly. I'd have to say probably when I was like 14 or 13 or something like that. And then, you know, completely fucked up an entire laptop, so we had to factory reset it, and then, you know, learn not to do that again. And then it was pretty much as simple as that. Just don't do it again, and then boom. No, I've been pretty good about avoiding viruses on stuff like that for a while now, so I got nothing to worry about. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with all this empty space, though. I want to do, like, I want to build something here, but I think I want this to be, like, a ridiculously, like, large space, so that way I can build, like, a whole, like, underground, like, city in it. Not quite like an ancient city, but, like, an actual proper, like, city, or just at least have, like, a ton of space to do stuff with, because I'll probably move a lot of my actual, like, base stuff down into here, so, like, my bed, my storage can stay up where it is, because I don't want to have to move all that anyways. Trying to think what else I could probably move, but either way, it'd be cool. Ah, dang. That's unlucky. Well, it could always be worse, but then again, it could always be better, so... Just as long as you know not to do it again in the future, obviously, but... what else we got? I really need to... Okay, I'm mining more than I thought. That's not good. I'm gonna fill up a whole shulker box. Yeah, that totally would be extremely cursed, but... Yeah, it's not exactly a good reminder to get all the time, so... Or at all, considering it is a virus, obviously, but still. At least that one, for what it's worth, is relatively harmless. Like, it's more of a prank one. If it was something that, like, you know, if it was, like, ransomware, something that, you know, locked up all your files and you'd have to, like, you know, pay to get them back, that would have been, like, not good at all, but... Well, it's not good, obviously, but it could always be worse. Let's see, I think we're getting something done. I don't know how deep I want this to go either, which is another issue I'm gonna have. Because I want this to be, like, ridiculously big, like I've said, but I don't know how big is too big or how small it could be. Oh, hey, welcome back, Fireflame. How you doing? But... Well, like I said, you could probably go take it into somebody to go get it fixed if you know. It's always up to you, but I don't think they really charge too much for that, or at the very least they'd be able to, like, back up all your data on there safely and then, like, just factory reset it and you can get all your data back at least, so I want to look into doing that. We still got more stuff to get rid of, dang. Oh. I got a nice little extra lapis again, so that's good. Oh, it was a... Oh, if it's a work tablet, then dang. Like, if it was a company-owned one or whatever, then, you know, that's their problem, not yours, technically. Or at worst, they might make you pay for it, but, you know. Oh, yeah, at least it's not a problem then. I thought it was more of a personal tablet at first, and then you said it was a work tablet. It's like, oh, well, that's not too big of a deal then, at least. I don't even think I've, like, used a tablet in a while. They're all just the kind of same, but kind of pretty much just have, like, a computer and a phone and, like, a laptop that I bring with me to classes, but otherwise that's pretty much about it. Oh, I got my Switch, but, you know, could have something to do. So we got a nice little chunk of land dug out here. I could probably use it for, you know, something. I don't know what, but we'll use it eventually at least. I just kind of want something different to do because I'm tired of building. I just want to, like, break shit. Oh yeah, I had that kind of issue with my Joy-Cons for a bit, but then, you know, I have a thing of, like, silicone lubricant for, like, PC parts that was in my garage. Well, when I had a garage, you know, I had a thing of silicone lubricant, and, you know, all you do is just spray, like, a tiny little bit under the sticks, and then you just kind of, like, spin the sticks around to, like, rub it in, and then that ended up helping me out a lot with Joy-Con drift. They're hard to use anyways, considering how tiny they are, but at least I didn't have to deal with drift after that point, so not a permanent fix, but it's cheap and, you know, works for a couple of months until you have to do it again, and then it takes maybe like 3 minutes to just do it again. So it's not really too big of a deal. Yeah, I've had my same Switch since like 2018 or so, I want to say. So I haven't really had a reason to replace it or nothing like that, because I've tried, you know. Also, not having to use the Joy-Cons a whole bunch recently has helped out too. I used them a lot, like when I first got it, because I didn't have a Pro Controller yet, but, you know. Then I did get a Pro Controller and built a lot better at least, so I get rid of this dirt here, and just trying to think about how much taller this should really be, honestly, you know? Or if it needs to be that much taller. But I'm still not quite too sure what I want to do in here, honestly, so I'll have to figure that out. I do not have an SMP now. This is pretty much like the only like Minecraft like world I even play on right now. I'll probably play on like a different one later with another friend, but like otherwise it's, you know, it's just this, because, you know, still have a lot of stuff I want to do here, so I'm trying to dedicate pretty much a lot of time to this. I mean, it probably would be after I've died, because I don't want to like really give out a world download for something like this, at least not for a while. But pretty much once I die, or I'll probably make like a backup of it. I'm pretty sure that's a thing I should be able to do, and then just like, you know, just send it out to people if they ever want to play it on it, or see it in creative, or whatever they want to do. But that would be more after like when I've died and it's, you know, completely gone after that point. Which actually, it would have happened, it almost happened yesterday by accident with that Guardian farm. It even made me pop a totem and everything. So that would not have been cool. I need to put some, I probably should put some safety features around the chamber of it. Just like some basic like cobblestone or like something like that. So that way they don't kill me with line of sight. And thank you for the follow, Aura. I really appreciate it. No, I was just talking to you, but you know, so it's always nice to see you. But yeah, I gotta spawn proof that Guardian farm a little bit nicer so they don't like murder me. Because as I was explaining, you know, how the farm works and all that, I saw that they were all simultaneously getting ready to shoot me, like at the exact same time, which would have meant almost instant death. So I'm gonna have to prevent that in the near future, to put it nicely. And I still have like I still have a mob switch I'm gonna go set up as well with the warden. That is the wrong thing. I do not want to put some of that away. Sounds like we still got that slime chunk. Bye. Get some actual water again. But we're getting closer. I don't know what I want to do with this area, or how big it needs to be, but I think I want to try getting something like massive going all the way down to the bottom of the world. I think it could be pretty cool. Because again, I want it to be big enough to comfortably have like a city in, or at least like a ton of different like buildings and structures and themes, so I'm not just like limited to like one smallish little thing, you know? I want to do something pretty grand. And I always have all the time in the world to upgrade it and make it bigger until I inevitably die, but you know, the last dangerous thing that I have to do is like go build that gold farm. And that bartering farm is probably the other like relatively dangerous thing. But once those are up, I don't really have to take too much risk anymore. All the hard farms will be built, and you know, they're not even too hard to do anyways. See, Bad Omen, that's a bad way to lose it. Especially because, you know, if you would have beaten the raid, you would have gotten like a couple of totems of Undying, and then those let you not die, but I've got like a whole raid farm where there's like a way to farm all that kind of stuff, and you know, you can, like, I've got like about like 11 shulker boxes filled to the brim with totems of Undying, so I've got 4 extra lives on me at this very moment, and then in my ender chest, I keep a shulker box at all times with like a bunch of extra totems. So, you know, case I ever need backups, I have backups. And then there's like 3 shulker boxes in my storage system with more totems too, in case I need those. And, you know, I got a lot of spare stuff, so I'm not really too worried about dying anymore. Unless it like out damages like me like replacing the totem like quickly, but that's probably the one biggest fear I'd have other than like having to go fist fight a warden and losing or something like that. I just will not go AFK in this world. I just simply refuse to do it because I don't trust it. I feel like as soon as I go to bed, I'm gonna fucking die the moment I'm not looking, and I really would never like to risk that if I could help it. So I'm just simply not ever gonna go AFK like an auto clicker, which it would help to get some resources, but I mean, I stream this world constantly too. Not even constantly. Like the only time I ever like didn't stream this world was when I was just given like a tiny little world tour and like a Discord call a couple of weeks ago, maybe even like a week and a half ago. But that was the only time I like didn't stream like what was happening in this world because it was just like a small world tour for like 3 in-game days. So it was nothing too major, luckily. But otherwise, every single day has been here on Twitch, and you could even like go back and like watch all of it actively. This is still the fucking tunnel. I have got to remember that this is here, because I'm never going to remember. But I gotta actually sit down and remember. Alrighty, there we go. Should be a little bit better. But yeah, hardcore worlds really aren't too tough once you get past like the first couple of like in-game weeks or so, or really like one of the first things I did in this world actually was with villager trading halls. That was pretty much my first goal, like instantly, was to like go get protection 4 on like full diamond gear as quickly as humanly possible. And well, I did that, and then it was smooth sailing for the rest of the for the rest of the time pretty much. Because the armor that I'm wearing now is the exact same armor I brought with me, other than the Swift Sneak, obviously, but, I brought this exact same set of armor with me to go fight the Ender Dragon for the first time, and, he might have died in about 5 minutes or so. Same with the bow and the sword, and, like, my Fortune 3 pickaxe, I believe. Might have been my Silk Touch one, can't remember, but either way, not too much of a struggle at all, considering, dude couldn't do anything to me. I have got to remember to not do that. But yeah, once you get some like very specific things set up first, you pretty much become invincible like straight away and nothing hurts anymore. Yes, actually it does do that. So if you want a quick little comparison, so if I'm walking normally, this is what it's like when I'm walking normally. Now, I have speed too, but don't worry about that. So this is walking normally. This is crouching without Swift Sneak. So even with Speed 2, it's still really slow. But then we put our Swift Sneak on, and this is what it is. Significantly faster, makes speed bridging like an absolute breeze, and it's absolutely wonderful to work with, but it is nice. You only get it from the Ancient Cities, though, from 1.19, so I raided like 2 of them not too long ago when it first came out, and they're really easy. Like I kept up with all the snapshots a good bit and like kind of like what was going on with that. So there weren't any big surprises, and I just brought like a ton of wool and like I just brought like a ton of wool with me and just brought some night vision as well. That was another huge thing. I brought like a whole shulker box worth of like 8-minute night vision potions. So I couldn't exactly be blind or nothing. Which helps out massively. Like, you think it wouldn't help, and I know you can have like Fulbright with like things like Optifine or some other like third-party clients, but like I said, I don't exactly play on vanilla, so it didn't interest me too much. But it was really easy. You just play a little bit cautious, so that's fair. Yeah, I mean yeah, 1.19 is actually pretty fun with the Ancient Cities. You get Swift Sneak if you can like actually get into there and like go steal from the cities and all that, and it is a game changer and a half for like big projects. Like that sphere that I showed off, it took I'm at layer 51 now. Like next time I start, I'll be starting layer 51 out of 256. So it took me over 2 weeks to do 50 layers of that sphere. And now it might only take me like a single week, if that, to do like another 50, because it speeds it up so much. And I was using Swiftness 1 potions as well to like help build that, so it should have been even slower had I not done that, but I wanted to make it faster. This should be... There we go, that's a fair bit of water. We got rid of pretty much everything, at least, that's good. Oh, and I need to turn on hostile sounds again, because I completely forgot to do that. I need to listen out for, like, zombies and whatnot. Yeah, exactly, like, making, like, somewhat big things like that are just monotonous. Like, oh, dude, it's so helpful. It just makes everything go by so much quicker. You don't actually have to, like, think about stuff too hard, you just do it. Which is always nice. Seems like we got a little bit of extra water down here. Oh, no, the magma does damage, but that's only if I crouch on it. So, it does damage because it doesn't have Frostwalker, but if I crouch on it, you know, we're all good. Oh, and it also makes it easier to crawl across magma a lot quicker. Now, if I had Frostwalker, I'd be able to just walk across it no problem, but I don't because I refuse to. There we go. Got another large tunnel like patched up, so there's no water in any of these spaces either. That makes my life a little bit easier. And we've got it very clearly marked where this water tunnel is, so I shouldn't be breaking into this. Okay, so as I say that, right, you wouldn't believe what I almost just did. Oh, fuck it. There we go. We'll do a little something like that for now. And, yeah, we're doing pretty good, so we got a lot of stuff dug out, but there's still always more to do. I gotta figure out how deep I need this to be, though, because there is a limit to what I am willing to do. Oh, true, yeah. I should probably start using glass more to actually look at stuff better, but I'm not too worried about it for the moment, because I just have stuff to clear out, like too much of it, so... But I do have to get better at building all this stuff again. I am not missing any sponges, am I? No, I'm not, because that's what they are. Okay. I'm always trying to make sure I catalog all those sponges fully, because I don't want to like, lose any. They're a pain in the ass to get a lot of, unless you get a lot of those sponge rooms at once, but... I've only gotten a couple of them before, so it helps, but... could always use more, especially if I want to drain some of the ocean out. Oh yeah, I actually used to grow like spruce trees in here, so I would grow them here, and the podzol reaches just far enough to like get over to this block, but not these ones. So I'm trying not to like deforest like my entire base again, and get rid of all the like spruce forest around my base. So I had to start growing them somewhere else. And they might, I might grow them somewhere better. I actually want to build a 2x2 like spruce tree farm. So basically you grow like the really big tall spruce trees, and then it just pushes it into like a mass of like logs that you can cut down yourself with like a, you could either blow it up with TNT if you wanted to, or you could like cut it down with, you know, a good axe and haste 2 and all that kind of stuff. That'd be really useful. I gotta start building a couple more farms again. I've actually almost got all of them completely built that I've ever really wanted. The only farms I don't really have anymore, or at all, are like a gold farm and like that bartering farm. And then I just would have to make a good tree farm, and I have like everything that I could want, you know? I mean, I even built a frog lake farm for 1.19 using a magma cube spawner, but I'll probably redesign it a little bit later. What the fuck? Oh, guess we got another oh shit, I left the sponge up here. Good thing I came back. And I'm out of space. I'll have to patch all this up. And that should do it, right? Yeah. The wither fight didn't take too long, so I did it legitimately the first time. because like all I did was just go deep underground, dig like a big tunnel, and then just like beat it to death with like a good sword. And that took maybe like 30 seconds to do. I haven't fought one in the open area, it's just simply because I don't really want to, and I don't need to if I don't want to. And all the other Wither fights that I've done to get the other beacons and all that stuff, I just went to the end to go do, so... There's a way you can spawn it under the end portal, so it'll like, won't be able to get out and won't be able to hurt you, and then you can just beat it to death for a quick nether star. So I did like a legit fight the first time, but all the other ones, because they all would just be the exact same, I just, you know, made it easier on myself and just put it in a spot where it can't do nothing. Which is a little scummy, but it's not like really that bad. Everybody's got to do it at some point, because you don't want to fight like 18,000 withers if you want like a ton of beacons, you know? Would never have to fight them all at once, but it would just get boring and tedious, and it would still be dangerous, so... What else we need? Hey, axolotls, that's crazy. I don't know what this is here, to be perfectly honest, so we'll just lock a lot of this up for right now. We got some glow squids down there too, I could always go steal. I do want that glowing sack at some point. I got some other ones, so... See, I built a wither skeleton farm, relatively quickly. Like, that was one of the other, like, earlier things that I did. Is I know, like, how hard it is to actually get a hold of a ton of wither skulls, so... my first nether portal, right, was actually, like, pretty much 3 feet away from from, like, a nether fortress, so... And it was a Soul Sand Valley nether fortress, which is, like, pretty much the prime spot to, like, build a wither skeleton farm, so I did after I got through with it. But I actually almost lost this world like months and months ago near like the very start because I ended up raiding that fortress and I almost died because this was when I was still just in like iron armor and like very basic gear and basic tools. And I was looking for a blaze spawner because I wanted a good like blaze spawner so I could like, you know, make a blaze farm, get a ton of XP, and, you know, enchant all my gear with like an enchantment table, you know, normal Minecraft stuff. And I search around for like hours and hours and I finally find one. So I go ahead and like light it up a bit. And then, you know, I see some wither skeletons, so I get ready to fight them. And I didn't time correctly with my sword, so they ended up hitting me once, which again, in iron armor does a lot of damage, and then the wither effect is still a thing. But then they hit me a second time, and I did not think I could live a second hit. So I was like, oh fuck, the world's gone. Which it wasn't, I don't really tend to take this kind of stuff seriously for like hardcore worlds until like a very specific thing happens, which in this case was getting a good blaze farm like set up with the XP. When that happens, shit is a lot more serious because, you know, now you can get like Protection 4 armor ridiculously easily, or, you know, you can get Fortune 3 to get a hold of diamonds better, or, you know, you got all this other easier stuff you can do that you just wouldn't be able to do without it, you know? So as soon as I, are this really going to be that much of a pain? It is, isn't it? Huh, oh, should have seen that one coming. We'll have to go back through and get some more sponges. I got a stack, but yeah, they almost killed me. I had maybe 1.5 hearts left, and then, you know, I luckily didn't die because it just stopped like right in time for me, but it definitely got like way closer than I would have liked. But yeah, that was pretty much one of the only times I was ever close to dying. The other one was like recently with the Guardian farm, and then there was another closer time too, where I ended up like actually just slamming like straight down into the ground with an elytra like too hard, and it actually popped a totem. Like unintentionally, it popped a totem. So I'd just fucked around with my elytra and like popped a totem for like, you know, just shits and giggles at one point, but Never for like an actual like legitimate reason before. Or at least not in a while. Come on, I can't keep getting away with this. Sick of this shit, come on. I know it's definitely like very inefficient, but I just want it gone. A lot easier than having to like section everything off and do like the more efficient way, you know. All I have to do is just go run these into the nether real quick. And speaking of which, I'll go do that right now, so we'll take a little bit of a break, but... Exactly. See, I've done that before too, because I pretty much had no issues with like dying within the moment I got my elytra. Things got shakier, especially after I got my gunpowder farm set up and I can make fireworks. Things got sketchier by default. I guess I absorbed some water through that end, so that, oops, but oh well. But yeah, once you get your first fireworks and elytra, things start to get weirder because you get too used to like just flying around fast, and then all it takes is like one wrong move in the wrong like tight area, and then oop, there goes all your health like instantly. And I always switch my chest plate on whenever I'm like inside of a building like this where I wouldn't want to like fly around anyway. So I don't ever really have too much of a risk of dying, but at the same time I, wouldn't want to chance it. Let's see here. We got 46 wet sponges, a couple of dry ones, but we're gonna pop into the nether real quick. And I'll go flex the wither skeleton farm, I suppose, while we're down there. I still have like a massive amount of stuff I'd like to dig out here. And then we'll probably like just build some stuff in that empty space. I want to make sure that's set. There we go. But yeah, placing sponges in the nether dries them out instantly, so I just come down here to go do that. And I should probably take today to do some infrastructure as well. Oh, that's that's for the guardian farm as well, by the way. So they spawn up there, and then they get let through the nether portal and all that, so I don't have to touch anything. How to make like a gunpowder farm, because I'm kind of forgetting, but if it is for like that gunpowder farm, it's really easy to do. Again, there's like another very good design by like Ian Axifer that like is for like any kind of like hostile overworld mob farm, so like zombies, skeletons, creepers, spiders, the occasional witch. It works for all of those, but you can make it so if you put trapdoors on the ceilings, only like spiders and creepers spawn. So then you could only get like gunpowder and string, and then maybe the occasional bone from like spider jockeys, but it's very nice. Because all it is just a bunch of scaffolding and like a bunch of trapdoors, and then like some basic redstone stuff, so it's very easy to set up. And it's pretty cheap, so it's quick and it's cheap, which is very good. But if I'm planning on redesigning the wither skeleton farm at some point. Oh, also that might be a little loud, so we'll just turn it down just a tiny bit. Not that it really matters, but at some point I'm gonna redesign the wither skeleton farm to be like a lot more efficient. But it's fine for what it is. It's gotten me all my wither skulls. It's gotten me all my beacons. I get a bunch of coal and bones out of it still, in case I ever need more bone meal. I usually do sometimes, especially for the wheat farm. I needed it for that field. But it's pretty easy to set up. Well, it's easy to build, but hard to properly like set up without like dying. Because I almost did die making it. Because at some point you limit all the spawns to where it's just at the wither farm, and then like then you get close to dying to like 18 billion blazes, and then they set all your carpet on fire, and then you have to be like, why the fuck do I have to go back and get new carpet now? Because all of it's on fire and all of it's burning. That's not cool. But yeah, we got an extra 3 skulls in there. That makes 4 for right now. Occasionally a blaze rod seeps through every now and then, but it's been very rare for that to happen. But, 4 wither skulls, a good bit of coal, a good bit of bones. Very nice overall. You can do a lot with that stuff, especially for lighting. And we'll just pop down into here real quick. As they spawn better when I'm like down here, so... We're gonna maybe turn down block sounds for a little bit too. Where is it? Oh, there was something for block sounds, right? Yeah, here we go. Alrighty. There we go, just for right now. It is somewhat satisfying to hear, but at the same time it gets like to be too much, so. Yeah, normally I don't poke around in the settings a whole bunch unless there's something I'm actually looking for, so don't quite know where everything is all the time, but you know, it's fine. Not too hard to find. We're on day 1026, by the way, so still moving on up. I don't plan on dying for a while. And again, I don't think anybody technically does, but you know, got plenty of stuff I would like to do. I wish placing in all that dirt as well for the mountain range I'm working on. I wish I didn't have to place all that in by hand, but I do. There's no easy way around it. There we go. That should be everything. Yep. Alrighty. Turn that back on. You can hear a bunch of them already. Only a little bit. Not too big, but nice skull there. I don't really need beacons too much anymore because I've also got a couple of spares anyway, so if I ever did want, like... And I've also got like a ton of extra wither skeleton skulls as well, that was the other thing too. So we've already got those 5, but I've got like another like 16 sitting in a shulker box somewhere. So all it takes is just me actually like spawning in the wither to like to go kill it. But you know, it's not too bad. It's pretty easy to fight, so I don't have to worry about it too much. Yeah, nothing will spawn if I'm this close to it, obviously, but you know. Oh, the stone sword is still just like 5 attack damage, so like 2 swings of a stone sword is like the same as like a swing of like 1 like sharpness 4 netherite sword. I know I got sharpness 5, but they hit fast, and because it's like an actual sword, it hits pretty damn hard. They're not really limited to like attack cooldowns the same way that like players are. Especially if there's multiple of them too, it hurts a lot more. It's not so bad when you have like protection armor or like armor in general, but when they give you the wither effect, that's when it gets like very serious because you know you can't tank that without protection. But you know, if they just didn't swing as fast, it'd be a different story. But they kind of do, and they still hurt a lot because it's still getting hit with a stone sword. So like a stone sword on like a normal player is like 4 hits to kill. Instead of it just being their fist or like zombie damage or whatever. So let me get up to here really quickly and I'll see what he said, but there we go. I mean, yeah, axe is meta, but you know, still doesn't mean that the swords don't hurt, you know what I mean? Like the brutes hurt even more, and so do like the illagers as well, but you know, gold swords and stone swords still hurt like a lot. They're still like an extra 5 and 4 damage. But let's see here, we got some extra wither skulls, not too useful. I'll probably burn those later or something, and then we still have some more digging that needs to be done. I also need to actually start filling in the backs of all this stuff, but that would require doing stuff, and I don't want to build right now, so down we go. Yeah, I got no clue how much longer this should go on for, but we'll figure it out. There we go. See, imagine having Discord bots, couldn't be me. I really do need to sit down and actually add bots and whatnot into here, but I just haven't really had a reason to, you know? But we'll probably dig out to like a little bit past this water. Yeah, here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna like block up this water with this gravel and andesite. And all we really gotta do is just, you know, use a little bit of sponges here, and then we'll dig out to there. And then we'll just do some more digging, but I just need some fixed borders is all, so I don't have to keep expanding all the damn time. There we go. And all that we really need to do is just, oh, we got a tropical fish that died. All we really need to do is just kind of go along here and just clean out a little bit of this, you know, make everything nice and flat for right now, and then gives me enough space to work with later on. Dang, imagine rolling. Or imagine typing a bot message, but either way. We'll probably head up to that scaffolding and just dig out a little bit more here. Why not? Wouldn't be too bad. Oh, sorry, I had to sneeze there, so... Oh man, let me get reoriented a little bit. I'm thinking about if I get some more money, I might get a, and it'd be like way down the line, but if this world's still around, I'd probably like... I might try playing in VR in this world at one point, because, you know, I think it'd be cool. Of course, that means I'd have to have money and, you know, a VR headset, which I don't have either of those, but one day maybe. It'd be cool. But anywho, that's then, this is now. Here we go. Keep forgetting that's there. I guess also all of that as well. Oh well. Not like it matters, it can't hurt me, but still is a little annoying. There we go. Imagine passing the blunt. What do you mean me? It's mine now. You can't have it back. Still got a lot more to dig here. Like I hit a good layer at least. There we go. Get a little something like that going. And then we need to hollow all of this out up here as well. You wish. Oh shit, we actually thought that's perfect already. Cool. Here we go. Got a relatively finite border. That's good. So this makes it easier for me to figure out, you know, how far I need to mine and, you know, how much is left, and it just makes things easier for me in general, so. Have a whole bunch. Ouch, forgot that was there. Oh well. Got some more stuff that needs to be taken back, and I'm probably gonna block this off at some point, just so it's a little bit out of the way and, you know, not to care about it too much. But we'll have to resort a lot of this stuff too eventually. Too much here. I imagine ratioing me on my own stream, literally impossible, but I digress. Oh, we don't have too much left, hopefully. I don't want to have to keep doing this for the whole day today, but at the same time, it's not like I got a lot else I want to do right now, so I don't really... There we go. You wish you could even take it. I doubt that, though. We can get that a little later. I mean, yeah, it's only been an hour, so I got probably about another 3 hours of streaming left in me for today, and then I'll probably head out for tonight. I'm gonna have to go get more shulker boxes here soon. I'm kind of running out of space. I'll have to resort all this stuff too, anyways. Give me a bit. That should be pretty much everything. Don't need too much more. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I'm usually here for like quite a while, like every time I stream. There's some days that are better than others, but for right now, I feel like I got a lot of my work done for the weekend. I don't have to do nothing, so I'm gonna be here for probably about another 3 to 4 hours or so. That's because I got a lot to do as well. And I need to do that. There we go. Also a valid question, to be perfectly honest. But either way, we're almost good here. We got probably a little bit more to cleave out there. And I need to make sure that I don't overstep this part. Actually, no, there is no part to overstep right now. Oh, should be almost good. Except we're not at all. In fact, we might even have like another 2 hours of this shit to go. Oh man. Oh, I picked a weird day for this, but oh well. I want to try and get it up to probably up to there, and then I can like go through the I can get near the storage unit as well. And then next time I probably would dig down a lot more too, just so it's a lot taller in like scale, but who knows, maybe not. This might be good. Not that it matters. Okay, that is a little bit too close, so we'll maybe do it like this. There we go, okay. And it appears we got some water here though. It's still the fucking, oh my god. Still the damn elevator. Is that my meth room? Wait a second. That's my meth room, isn't it? What the fuck? I didn't think I hit that. Oh well. Did not think I was that close, but apparently I am. Yeah, that's where I brew all the like potions and all that. I'm pretty sure I just hit that. That's only a little cursed. Let me see real quick, so I need to shave a little bit of this stuff here, and I need to be a little careful. There we go. Alrighty. That should be good. God damn it. Ugh. What the fuck? There wasn't even anything here. That's not good. Alright, yo, fair warning, you kinda gotta chill it down a little bit, alright? Just a little bit. Don't need to do it too much, but, you know, just kinda take it a little easy, you know? Yeah, don't fight over something stupid like third person, you know? You can use it if you want to, I really don't care personally, but just don't be like starting beef with each other over it. It's not worth it. Oh, that's my lava farm, that's what that is. Oh, okay. Well, figured that one out at least. That is good to know. That is... I really built it that close to my elevator? Jeez. Damn, I really do not have good planning sometimes, then, do I? Holy hell. Oh. Oh well, at least I know where it is, so works for me. Although that means it's gonna have to end a little prematurely in terms of how much I'm willing to mine here. It's gonna be a little bit weird. Yeah, it should be fine. Oh, it's alright, but just be careful about it. It sounds like it's starting to get a little heated for like no reason, so... Again, I don't mind it personally, but just be a little careful is all. That's enough of that. Oh, there's another one. There we go. Alrighty. Now we can resort some of the iron out. I got some more lighting up I need to do up there, and I need to block this in at some point. I don't want to keep coming in here. But we're getting more and more of it dug out, so we've got a fixed, like, kind of end finally. So I don't actually have to keep digging this out forever. I just have to be a little careful is all. But anyways, we should be good to keep going. Oh, I do have a, silk touch pick. I just don't want to use it right now because I want cobblestone. I like my cobblestone better. Although I might actually end up using silk touch at some point soon anyways. I need to make sure I get somewhat of an equal split. Oh yeah, that's right. So I literally did just say I was going to stop mining this part, didn't I? And then I kind of forgot to do it. I guess here is the actual finite end. We'll just do something like this. Now it shouldn't really be too possible to fix here to fuck that one up at least. Oh well, doesn't really matter. As long as I keep getting more of this done, I'm okay with whatever. Yeah, I'll actually be able to get to use the Guardian Farm to fix up a tool like this really quickly because I want to see how good it is. It seems like it would fix it up almost instantly. Wouldn't be actually instant, but you know, close enough to it to actually be worth building. And I can use it any time of the day instead of having to like, because I used to use like villager trades before this, so now I don't actually have to wait for them to restock anymore. I don't even have to go back over there if I don't really want to, unless I need more food or like that. Which, that's all good. There we go, and I need to put stuff away. These shulker boxes again, and give me a moment here. Here we go. And there we go, alrighty. Oh, you're good. Well, you have a good night, Aura. Enjoy 2K, by the way. But yeah, we need to cover that up a little bit. So what we're gonna do is go one block below, like to there. That way I know that's where I need to stop, and then only mine out like that height. And then we should be pretty much good to figure the rest of this out. And I need to go put away some of this shit. Well, we're getting closer now to at least having a good bit of height to work with. I don't know how I'll structure all this kind of stuff, but I don't want it to just be like a big open room this time around, so I need to kind of think about that. Well, I need it to be a big open room right now, but I will be partitioning it to, you know, actually be like smaller rooms, obviously. But I don't know what to fill them with is my main issue now, too. And also, I'm kind of running out of shulker boxes, so that is another problem. In fact, we're pretty much nearly out. Oh no, I got a nice little bit extra. So we still have a large chunk of water up in here that needs to be blocked off. Like that. There we go. Shouldn't cause any damage, I think. Here we go, and we can go put away some more. But yeah, we're probably going to switch over to Silk Touch here in a moment. Just let me pick up the rest of this. And yeah, we'll probably switch over to Silk Touch. About time I do that. I like using cobblestone for building a bit more than I like using stone or stone bricks, but it's still important to have like some nice diversity with it, you know? But I've got enough cobblestone to be satisfied for right now. Hey, that means I'll also be able to use some of the different ore for building at least. That'll be cool, but I haven't actually had a need to use it yet, though, is the other issue. Like all this different like kind of ore that I've been saving with Silk Touch, I haven't had a reason to use it. But the only reason I can think of that I would want to use it is that mining part of the village that I want to work on at some point. That would be probably the prime like place to use it, but otherwise it's just kind of there. So it doesn't really help me out, but at the same time it's non-renewable, so it's better to Silk Touch some of that stuff just to have it. Okay, so that's a problem. A little bit of an inconvenience. I did not want to break that. Alright, that's not ever supposed to be broken. That wastes a lot of time that I have to now spend fixing up all this because some of it goes out everywhere. That's not very cool. Also, it's my only good way up too, so I need to maybe proof this better in the future. Oh well, that's not too big of a loss. There we go, got a little bit extra, got a little bit more. I can always go make some more scaffolding as well too, for what it's worth. And we're back up. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, all this should be replaced with some other stuff later on. Guys, and again, I want a minecart like ladder going up here. That's not the right term, but I mean, we don't have too much more left, at least for this part. So what we gotta do is just kind of carve away a little bit of these chunks. There we go. That's finally fully partitioned. Now. Alrighty, now here's where the main thing comes into play. Namely, we want to cover up all of the lava cauldron. That way we know exactly what the hard like cap is for the ceiling. I make this a little bit flush? There we go. I'll go pick up a can from here. Isn't a whole lot, but it's enough to finish that part up real quick. Oh, that's where my stone generator was. Wondering where I put that. I know I set it around here somewhere, but I didn't quite remember where for a while. Hey, I did find it. Okay, see, you don't, we don't like to see that. That's not too cool. At all, in fact. There we go, it's a little bit better. I shouldn't, well, I'm doing literally nothing tomorrow because I just finished up the first half of my summer semester, so I kind of want to just take a break from everything for right now, but... So that doesn't mean I'm available to do stuff, but at the same time, like, I could probably do stuff, but I just don't want to do anything, you know? Maybe later, but who knows. I'm just tired of working right now. We'll just seal all this off. What the hell? It's not ever going to be useful again. Oh, that's what that water was. I just realized what I had plugged up earlier. Oops, oh well, too late for that. Doesn't even matter anymore. Still. I ended up never using this like generator for what it's worth, because it's not worth a lot, so... It's too small and slow, and you can AFK at it, but I wouldn't want to because of how slow it is. I don't want to use TNT dupers either, so that was another issue too. We'll just kind of get all that to be flush. Uh-oh. Seeing through the world a little bit, that's only a little cursed. Hey, that's where the collection system is. That's cool. You can just seal that off, it doesn't really... There we go. Alrighty, so got a nice chunk cleared out still, and not too much more left. I've been saying that for the past half hour, but still is only kind of true, or only kind of wrong. Mainly I just want to get rid of this layer here, and then for next time I have like a little bit more that needs to go. But it's nothing too serious at least. Here we go. water that's leaking down that shouldn't be. Not cool. Not appreciated. Okay, not appreciated again. I'll probably use some scaffolding to clean up the rest of it too, but for the most part, it's pretty good. I don't have too many complaints. It's a little bit rough on the ceiling parts up here still, but nothing unbearable, and we can always like fix it a little bit. I'm a little tired right now though too, so I'm probably gonna actually head off here in a little bit, but I don't want to go take a nap. We got a nice bit of stuff done, so next time I can actually build stuff in here, or, you know, at the very least I actually do have some room to work with, but definitely very, like, messy, but I don't know what I want to do with it yet. At least I have it, though, but, you know, I gotta actually do something with it for it to be worth something. I just don't know what I want to do yet, is all. And that's okay. I know what I do want to do with it, but I don't know like how I should do it. Like again, like I want to move a lot of my main base stuff, like my beds, and want to make like an actual like cool thing down here. I just don't know what that would look like, or even what I should do for a theme. Just even start with. So figuring out a theme would probably be like the best place to start, for what it's worth. But I'll worry about that tomorrow. Now tomorrow as well too is the first day I need to start filling in the mountains as well. I haven't done that yet, at all in fact. And it's kind of important that I do, so I'll probably either flatten some of this out or just trim off what's here by like branching out with like a little bit of stone, and then I'll just start trimming out all this kind of stuff. And then I'll trim out into this corner, like flatten this wall with some stone, flatten this one, and then trim out a little bit. But for the most part, we've got a fairly like moderately sized room next to some of these farms here that I can use, and then I can always dig down a ton of blocks as well if I want even more space, but I don't think that'll be necessary. This is already a lot for right now, and if anything, I might even try digging up so that way I can connect back up here a little bit nicer. I can peek out into the actual like overworld. Get a lot of space to work with. Because why not? That would be cool. Yeah, I guess one last thing for the stream today. We'll go ahead and dump some of this out into the ocean like a good citizen, and you know, considering isn't actually cool, but in this case it is because there's no consequences. But all we're gonna do real quick is just go pop over to the Guardian farm. We'll go ahead and just go get the pickaxe fixed up. So I'm gonna have to turn down game sounds as well, but you know, I shouldn't have tossed all that out because I just realized I should probably take this time to at least block line of sight better so they don't kill me next time or attempt to kill me in mass like that again, because that kind of stinks. I don't want to deal with that. I will take back pretty much everything, or we'll take back all the stone but nothing else. Be a fair trade-off. Yeah, you can see all the different layers of dirt we would end up having to put in, so that's something that's gonna be like slow and steady wins the race, you know what I mean? Oh, it's gonna definitely hurt your ears for a little bit, so fair warning, it's gonna be loud, but something I gotta do. I am butchering this big time. This is like the prime time to get this done, and yet I'm getting stuck on very basic things. Oh man, they're having a hard time even keeping up with some of the drops as well. Oh, not even keeping up with them, they're on weird spots. We'll go ahead and turn the volume down now first, and then, you know, do some of the other stuff. But for the most part, I'd say it should be safe, right? Okay, well, except for something like that, for example. But, yeah, there might not be a good way to make this safe, so that might have just been a complete waste, but we'll worry about that when it comes to it. I think it should at least help a little bit. Little swing. I mean, you can see how incredibly fast it is, and it was just one swipe. It completely repaired a pickaxe. It completely repaired like a pickaxe that had like 1500 durability taken off of it. And then we're all actually already repaired, so yep, that is incredibly perfect. Very good. Cool. We'll do another quick little swing. We'll just bulk up on what we can. And we're out of here. I've gotten everything that I want, so we're going to turn this up just a little bit here, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn up. It's going to be a little loud for right now, so fair warning. I like that it's not too bad. But yeah, ridiculously quick compared to the villager trading hall, and it's not limited. And I also get like prismarine stuff out of it as well, which is perfect, so I can use that for building later on if I really want to, which, you know, would be great. But yeah, that is gonna have to do it for me today. So it is day 1029. We dug a very big hole in the ground. Let's see how big it is for proper scale. We still have more of it to dig out, but I should honestly focus on the mountains next time. But for what it's worth, we do have the foundation at least of a big hole that I can dig even more out of later if I want to move my base down there. So it's one of those things that we chip away at slowly as well, but I'm gonna probably neglect it just so I can at least work on the mountain range a bit more, considering I wanted to do that first. But yep, that was pretty good. Yeah, I'm ending for now. A little tired. Ugh. Yeah, it's been fun though, at least. Yep. Thank you guys for watching for today, and I hope to see y'all again next time. We'll be digging out some more and mainly just building up that mountain, honestly. I think since it'll be tomorrow on a Saturday, I'll try just building up the mountain for as long as possible. I want to try and get a lot of it done. Yeah, it's been fun. So see y'all again next time. And yeah, bye-bye.